Think. The, we just wait for the YouTube to start. The YouTube starts. Yeah, it will start. Okay, just a few minutes to figure out. Okay, start. I'll stop my video and start sharing the screen with you. Uh, is the screen visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can see the whatever doing. Okay. Uh, okay. So, today's welcome to the week 5 of NPTEL live session, and today also we'll be solving some sample problem. So before going to the session, I'll just introduce myself. I am Shobik. I am doing my integrated PhD in biological science from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and I mainly work on cell biology, molecular biology, as well as computational biology. So I do computation, use Python as a tool for doing genomic analysis and some other data analysis in biological science basically. Okay, so our working problem today is the following. So this is what is the problem? Can everyone see the problem in the text file?
Hello.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then so I'll just read it out for everyone so that it gets clear. So the academic office of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry has compiled data about students' grades, and the data is provided as text form in the standard input in three parts. The first part is information about the courses. Uh, Second part is, one second. The second part is information about the students, and third part is information about the grades the students got. So each part has a specific format, uh, and it's described below. So the data is the homogeneous data. It should not have any um, unknown characters or unknown variabilities inside. So how is the course is written? It's written as such. So the information about the so first one is the information about courses. So the format is like that: course code, course name, semester, year, and instructor. Second, the information is about students. So it's in roll number and full name. And third is the important one: the course code, semester, year, roll number, and the grade. Now there are, as you know, the grades are always in some uh, alpha some alphabets, and that is converted to numbers. So the possible grades are A, A, B, 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 C, 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 D, D, with corresponding grade points are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so our grades could be 10 to 4, and it belongs, and this 10 to 4 belongs to this category. The grade point average of a student is the sum of his or her grade points divided by the number of courses. So for instance, if us are taken students has taken two courses, so the grade point should be 8.5. So 10 and 10 plus 7 by 2. Okay, and if someone has not completed the course, the grade should be 0. So you may assume that the data is internally consistent. For every grade, there is a corresponding course code roll number in the input data. So we are taking this as a very homogeneous data. Okay, we're assuming it's a homogeneous data. It doesn't have any. We don't have to do any data clearing. Each section of the input starts with a line containing a single keyword. The first section begins with a line containing courses, and the second line begins with a line containing students. The third section begins with a line containing grades, and the input is marked by line containing end of input. So this is the one of the sample input. You can see the courses have started with keyword courses, and then two courses are there. Then students, there are a few students, and then grades with the grades and that, and then last the sample uh, end of input. Okay, yeah. This actually it should be out sample output. So the sample out. Okay, now let's go to the problem statement. Now, so what we have to do? We have to write a Python program to read the data as described above and print out a line listing the grade point average for each student in the following format. It should have roll number, then the curve dash, full name, again curve dash, and grade point average. Your output should be sorted based on roll number, and the grade point average should be round off to 2 digits after the decimal point. Use built-in function rounds. Okay, so this should be our sample output. For so just to have a just for ease of debugging the code, and while writing the code, I have created with this sample input, this particular sample input, I have just created a text file like this. So this I will use as my input file. Okay, at the end when we finish writing the code, I will change it to again to the standard text input format. Okay, so let's start. I'll do one small thing, just clear up everything here because I don't need. Okay, now okay, so first we will have our data is equal to will be our I'll open the text file. So with open, so this is the standard format of opening a text file and closing it. So with open, my file name was test.txt, so test.txt. So with open resox.txt, we'll open it in read mode, so R, and we'll say okay, my data is equal to, sorry, we have to open it as an handle. So yeah, my file handle I will just write as F. This is a standard opening of file that you already know in the from the lectures itself. So data is equal to F dot read lines. Okay, so I'll give a read lines. Then we'll say okay, so if I do this, what will happen? I'll just run and show you. So this is how the data now looks like. It's a string of, sorry, it's a list of strings, and now remember, each string of this will have a slash n here. Okay, so to remove this slash n, I will use a simple list comprehension. So now I am just getting the, so first, okay, so how will you proceed that problem now, that I should first discuss with you, otherwise it will be a problem. Okay, so the approach is like following. So if we have a line of input, so now we know that we have the three we have three type of the inputs here, right? So first one is we have the courses, right? Now we have a few courses. So third type of thing is we have is our students, correct? And the fourth type of thing we have is the grades, okay? And now, and the text file, we know it is in this particular format. So now I am just first listing out, so it's in a line format. So what I am just doing it, I am just making a list of all the lines, okay? So line L1, L2, L3, like that. I am just making a list, okay? So for that I am doing f dot read lines. Now next our so now next target will be just to remove all the uh, strip those slash n and things. So I'll just use a list on comprehension. You know it very well. So I dot r strip for I in data, correct? So I'll just, for each line of the data is each line of the data is courses, trans, whatever, slash n. I'm just removing all the extra space characters there from the right side. So I'll use that art strip option, okay? Now, so now I'll go for my second part, okay? I'll just copy one small thing from here, that this I don't want to write again. Yeah, so this is just the that's the dictionary of the grade points, how A looks. A is 10, B is 10. So I don't want to write now, I just copied it, okay? It's just I'm creating a dictionary of how the grade points looks like. Okay, now my next approach should be um, get the courses data, right? What all courses are there in my field. So I want to, now since this is a homogeneous data, now I'll chop them off and cut them off and to store the my information of courses and students and grade in three separate variables, because these where we are interested in. For that I'll use a, since this is a again it's a homogeneous data, I have the, I'll use the indexes, because you can see from courses to students, if I just follow the indexes I can get all the courses take out. So if I just take 1 and 2 index, I can get all the courses. If I just take indexes from uh, 4 to, sorry, 4 to somewhere around, yeah, some 12, I'll get the all the students data, like that, okay? So I'll write I'll first define three variables. Course index, so I'll first define this as 0. Student index, that will also 0, and one more thing is the grade index, that will also be a 0. Okay. I could have done it as a tuple also in a bucket. I prefer to write it in a separate line because it helps me to realize to understand it later. Well, then we'll go that for sorry. Okay, so for I in data, okay, so now I'll just see how the data looks like. Sorry, how the data, I'll just observe how the data looks like, because so now data, you can see all the characters are gone. Again, it's a list. Okay, so how the data looks like now for I in data, I'll say that, okay, if I equals to, now I know that my first courses index should start with courses, so I'll say courses at that. Oh yeah, I'll do a sorry, I need the indexes also, right? So for indexes I'll use enumerate. If I hope you remember, I have told you about enumerate. I use it a lot in while coding. We could have also done for I in range of len of data, but I sometimes gets confused with that, so I always try keep in enumerate, where I'll have I index and I as two separate variables which I can work on. Okay, so if I is equals to courses, then my course index is equal to the index plus 1. Why I'm doing plus 1 is, so if this is my courses index 0, the course is actually starting from the next line. um,
Sir, I have a doubt.
yeah.
So, why have you given two variables in IDX and I for index, comma I? Why have you given two?
Yeah, so this is for enumerate. If you, okay, so I'll just tell you what. Someone stop the mic, please. So yeah, if you so this is just for enumerate. So I'll show you one thing. So enumerate basically does what? So if this is your list, so enumerate does it like, it will say index. IDX is the index, and I is the courses. So if I just write for this particular line, okay, I'll debug the code and show you. That's the better option. Here I'll debug it and show you how the enumerate actually working. So now you see that what is IDX. See, IDX equal to 0 and I is equal to courses. So what enumerate does is that I had once showed in another once in a previous class, that if you enumerate a list, it will give you a tuple containing the index of a list, index and the value. Okay, so it will give you a tuple of index value for each iterations it does. So if a list if a list have say 0 1 2 3 the elements, so the enumerate of this will give you as 0 1 1 1. So 0 is the 0 0, 0 is the index and this 0 is the value, and then 1 1, this is the second index. Like that it will give up to 3 3, like that. So whatever is could be ABCD XYZ anything. So the enumerate gives you the value and the index as a tuple.
Okay,
Is
Sir,
sir.
it clear?
Thank you.
Yeah,
sir, can we use enumerate on dictionary also?
you can you can see anything, it can be is iterable, you can use enumerate.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So when you are iterating dictionary, that means you are iterating through the keys of the dictionary. So you have zero, the key also has an index. The keys key, zeroth key, first key, second key, third key, like that. Anything is whatever is iterable, you can use enumerate. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just checking
Where
the
is the
so,
question, sir?
huh?
Question कहाँ है, sir? Like, where is the
Question is
question?
here. Question is here. It's I cannot share now it because it will be difficult. It's a text file of the
You
question.
can send it in
Can
chat
I
box.
send a text file in chat box? Let's see. It will be. I think I can. No, I cannot send a text file in chat box.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir.
No, I cannot send actually a text file in chat box.
In whiteboarding, you can send it, I think, sir. Whiteboarding,
Whiteboarding? No, whiteboarding. The whiteboard I think only I can
Whiteboard
send.
link you can send, I think.
Whiteboard link I can send, but in whiteboarding I cannot send the text file itself now. And I don't think the full thing, even if I copy, I will try once, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
So, whiteboarding. Let's see. Start a new whiteboard. It's not starting. Okay, start. Let's see if I can. Nope. Okay, text box. Oh no, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's not possible. Nope, it's not possible. I can do one thing. 1 second. Well, I'll just can do one small thing. Is that file? Uh, I'll copy this and send
Sir,
you.
just take a screenshot and then paste, sir.
No, it is the screenshot is not possible because it's a big uh, question. I have to do multiple screenshots. I'll send you in the
WhatsApp
meeting
group you can send, sir, I think.
WhatsApp group. I'll not. I don't. I'm not there in the WhatsApp group. I can send in the uh, mail. 1 second.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Stop presenting. Okay. Trouble. Yeah, I have sent in the mail. Yeah, I have sent in the mail. Okay. Yeah. Isn't the course using R? No, it's Python. It's not. It's a Python course. Okay, fine. Um, yeah. Okay. So I'll have course index like that, and I'll record the course index. Elif So yeah, why I was doing the +1 because the if the courses is it's here, the start will from +1 and 2. Okay, so the next index basically, so courses will start. If I equals to sorry, students, then the student index will be is equal to the index plus 1, and finally if the I equals to I think it's grade. I think it's grades, yeah, grades. If it is grades, then grade index,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
Sir, the assignment of week 5 I was kept draft. I thought that it will be submitted automatically at the submission of date, but it didn't submit it automatically. Can you please check that, sir, please?
I am not the ones to check these things. You have to write to the NPTEL coordinators. I am not. We are just TS. So we are not the
Okay, sir.
administrative person.
Okay, sir. Can you please say that how can I contact the MPTL coordinator?
I don't know you. I don't know about these things. I don't know. So we are TS. We are not administrative person. These are all administrative things. Okay. So the grade I is equal to grades, and so now we have the 3 indexes. So if I now run the code, you can see I have 3 indexes. The grade index, student index, and the course indexes. Okay. So okay, now I have 3 things. So courses, now I'll have a courses of data of courses. So what are my courses is actually name of the courses basically is nothing but uh, yeah, so courses is basically the datas course index, from course index till student index -1, because I'm doing their +1, so here I have to do it a -1. And so now how it looks like, so now the courses, so we have a list of courses. Okay, now in this courses, you can see we don't need many things about the courses, right? We just need this tran part or car part, because we don't need the whole course name, which year it did, and the who is the instructor, correct? So we just need,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
So can you just explain me that line? Where we minusing one?
Yeah, because with student index, if you see the data, student index was means that this one, right? So I need from this to this, correct? So if I this to this, so I should be, my indexes should be 1 to 3, but my student index is actually 4. So that's why I'm just minusing. I'm doing a negative here, because here I am doing +1. Now here I'm doing +1. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll split and keep the data. So again I'll use the same list comprehension. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you explain the code in 12th line, sir?
Code in 12th line.
Line number 12.
Yeah, 12th is just, I have just made a dictionary of the grade now, the grade with the grade points. If there is a A grade, then we'll have 10. If it's the grade is AB, then 9. It's just a dictionary we'll use later. Record the
Okay, sir.
grade points.
Hello, sir. Why these grades are in a single quotes?
Huh? Because grades are string, right?
Grades are given. Okay, sir.
So I'll again use the list comprehension to make that I. Okay, so how we'll do this? Now you can see if I just need this trun, I can split the courses along with this curly dash and take just the first one. So split gives me 1 2 3 4 5 some 5, I think 1 2 3 4 5 elements. We just need the first element. Okay, so what I'll just, that's what I'll do is I dot split, yeah, this, and we'll take the first element, so 0 for I in courses. Now if I do this, see the course has now become just trans and car. These two only will need later. Okay. Okay. Now we'll come to the students. So students we have to use the students as our in a dictionary, where we'll keep students as our students name as well as the courses name of the courses, correct? So yeah, so first we'll take the, so first we'll have a list. Actually we have to have a list. Do anything, have to have a list first. So the list, not list, just this. So student is basically again datas. Instead of this we'll have student index and grade index minus 1.
Sir, you've spelled student wrong. Line 28.
Oh yeah, sorry, thank you. So we'll have this students. Now also I'll have to make a dictionary of students scores, because that is what ultimately we are interested in. Ultimately we are interested in. Okay, now in that student score we'll have a dictionary where we'll say that for student in students for student in students name, the name is equal to actually what, if I split the stud, so now if I split the stud again on this, actually we'll first have roll number then students. So roll equal to basically stud dots split, I split it based on this 0, because I'll just show you one from the data itself. Students, you can see this is the one. So this, if you split it, there will be two elements. First element is the roll number, second element is the name. And we'll say that okay, make a student course, student's course in that particular roll number So make a list, correct, make a list which will have a name. Now the next question is, so now we'll have a dictionary of students with their name. If I just go, yeah, name, I have kept it as a list for a reason. Will come later. So as you can see, now I have a list of students, a dictionary where students roll number and its name is now properly tallied. And we'll also create two things. One is that, yeah, we'll have a something called a dictionary comprehension. So correct, now we'll have a dictionary comprehension also. So I'll again change this courses once more. We'll make it as a dictionary comprehension where I is 0 for I in course. Just like list comprehensions, I am making a dictionary comprehensions. What I am doing is nothing, just making a dictionary of courses where I am first giving that, okay, we have two courses. So these two courses have first at 0, everyone will have a 0 grade. Then we'll update that. If I now update this, you can see now courses actually as a dictionary. Trans is 0 and we'll put that here. Now while putting, now we'll make students course. Now students has just now the name. We also have a, under that particular roll number, we will also have the course, right? So in that case I'll just give courses. Okay, now if I do, you can see that now students course is now is a list under the particular roll number that has the name as well as the dictionary which will have whichever courses they have taken, but now I have not upgraded the grade, so it is now just 0. Now one small thing we have to do, remember the dictionaries are again mutable. So if I update anything, now this courses is actually this courses is point the same courses to all of this. That's why we should use something like, we should copy the course as a new dictionary rather than making it just a copy, because it's a mutable. So if I change tran in one, the tran will change for all of these. So for that I will just make that dict is the keyword for making dictionary. So dict of a dictionary is just making the copy of that dictionary. Now dict of courses doesn't indicate to the same dictionary because it's a copy of the old dictionary. Okay, and you can see the thing has changed, but now this is one copy. Okay, the last one, now we have to just update the grade. Let's see how the grades look like. Grades. Where is the grade? So yeah, I have not made the grades yet. So grades equal to again a list which will contain from basically from grade index to till minus 2. It should have till the minus 2, it should have grades. B 2307B. No, it's minus 1 here actually. Correct, sorry. Yeah, so grades is till the, so grades is just, so So what is the grades? Grades, the index is like from data, the grade should be from this except the last one. So that's why I have till -1 I have given. So if except the last, if I give here -1, actually the index will stop here. -1, -2, so index will stop here, right? Because from the end we do it -1. Or we could have given actually here instead of this we could have also given here one more either -1, or this will also work, len of data -1. This will also work. Okay, but -1 is the easier one, so I'll follow this. Okay, so now we have grades. Now in grades also, let's see what all we need actually. So now in grades we need the tran, we need the roll number which the student has, and we need just the grade point. So we don't need this 1 and 2011-12 in our information. So what I will do is, for G, let's see, for G in grades for G in grades, again we'll split the G. Okay, so G dots, now we'll split the G and take how many things are there. So one grade we need what all the elements we need, right? So if we split it here, I have a doubt. Okay, Lenovo Legend, please put your doubt in a comment, otherwise I won't be able to see. So now, okay, so if we split it based on this curly dash, we'll see we'll need tran information, roll number information, and grade information. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 elements. The indexes goes like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my grades, now course name is J dot split J dot splits 0. Then my student roll number is, so student, the roll number I'll just write, because roll is equal to, I'll say, okay, and this also very
Sir,
big.
what will split and 0? What will that do? Actually?
Yeah. So what split does is like, if we just copy this and show. So if this is a string, right? So if string dot split based on the curly bracket, so curly dash, see what this does, it gives me a list where it splits the list, splits the string based wherever there is a curly dash. Here 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now tran is the, if I split it here, this one, the tran is the course name, the tran is the 0th element. So that's why I put it 0 here.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right? Now
Sir?
what else?
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, only curly dash is used, or we can use anything else in place of that, like space or something?
Anything. See, if I instead of used curly dash, if I have used say 2012, it would give me 2 string. See, till this one
By
one
default,
string.
what is the
Okay, so what is inside the parenthesis, it divides from there, right?
What is parenthesis divides?
Yes, sir. Inside the parenthesis, it takes that part and divides the string into 2, right? There's a middle point, right?
So yeah, whatever inside the parenthesis, it will divide it inside from 2, in between 2. And if you give some character that is not here, maybe say they will give star, it will not do anything. It will give you one particular one string. Split, sir has gives told you in the I have no I assume that split everyone knows because I think it was taught in the sir's class, the video, most probably week 5. That's why I just took it as a granted that you all know split. If you don't know, it's just like I just explained you. So just this is how it works. Okay. It gives back you a list of elements based on whichever character you use to split the string. Okay, what is our roll number? Our roll number will be which element? 0, 1, 2,
Second last.
3. Yeah.
-2.
You can use -2 or 3. Correct. -2 also you can use, or you can use 3. And my grade will be the grade. The student that got grade is the -1. Okay. So this is how it looks now. Now the basic thing, now the ultimate thing what we have to do is we have to update this grades based on the roll number. Now remember, the student's roll already is there in a student's code list. So what and his grades are also here as a dictionary. So what I'll give, say that okay, students scores roll. Now student scores roll is a list, correct? Student score roll is a list. So in that list, the second element is a dictionary. So 1. In that dictionary, my course, this is little complicated. I'll debug and show you, because, don't worry. Course is what? Now the grade here is AB, correct? So AB here is a key of now this grade points dictionary score. So if I just say I just want to convert it to the number directly, GP of grade. This I do. If I do now, all the students scores now will be updated as the whatever grade the students has got. And if some student has not attended a course that is not present, then it will be taken at 0. Let's see if it works. Once it worked. Okay, so I'll explain this particular line because it is a confusing. So what I'll do is I'll put a a breakpoint here. I'll put a breakpoint here and I'll show you. Now the student score is 0 0 at the first position. When is running for the first time, all the student scores are 0 0. Okay. What is the roll number now? Okay, now 2301 is the roll number. Okay, now you can see, and what is the course now? Is a tran. So what is students course roll number is it should give me a list, correct? Is a list. List has its name as well as the dictionary. Okay. So one thing, why I'm just keeping the name, because at the output I have to give you the name. So that's why I'm keeping the name information. Otherwise there was no need of the name information. Okay, and this so its name now tran is the course name. So if I now go students roll numbers 1, that will point me to the score dictionary. And now in that, if I go to the course is the run, it will update me the whatever the marks the student has got in that particular course. Okay, if I do it once more, what is now this one? It's 8. And what is the course now actually? Okay, this is the second. I think the roll number has also changed as a second student. Okay, so now if I do this, run this, sorry, I have to run it once more. But we'll see that, okay, Hannah Abbott has got 9 in Tran and card in 10. Okay, and GP of grade, you can understand that I've just converted that grade into number. Use that grade point dictionary. Okay. Okay, so we have our output. So we have our uh, dic dictionary where we'll have all the things. Now we have to just print it out. So before printing out, I'll do one more thing, that for roll in okay, fine. So I'll just do one small thing here. You have to use the grade point, also calculate the grade point. So I'll give the grade point as another element in the list. Okay, so it's very easy. For grade points for rolling student dot scores, I will student score that particular role, which gives me a list. I'll append the round. Hello, can you please turn off the mic? Okay, so I'll use round of sum of okay, I'll give one small thing is that I'll tell that, okay, the code dict, actually I'll just, to make the code a little more readable, I'll just say that, okay, students role score dict is nothing but students role plus 1. So I'm just making this dictionary a name. I'm just giving this particular dictionary a name, score dict, and I'll make sure score dict dot values. Correct, I just need the score dict. That dictionary will have a value, integer value, sum of that by 2. Now this part I should be very careful, otherwise one bracket if I miss, I'll go. Okay, this part is under round, and I'll round it off till what point it has told me to round off. 2 digits after decimal point. So round function work like this. So if I say round 7 by 3 up to 2 digits, up to how many digits you want, so it will give me 2.33. See, if you give 4 digits, it will show like
It is the mean value, I think, average.
average. Yeah, because if I am by 2 I'm doing, because there are 2 courses, that's why I'm doing. But yeah, it's the best option to, if you, it's correct actually, it's the best option to do is by length actually. Sorry, nice one. uh, Length of score dict, this how many, this is the best option to do like this. Correct, thanks. Just two, I'm just taking is 2 courses, that's why, but this should be the ideal. I'm doing average, and I'm rounding off up to 2, and I'm just appending that. Okay, if I'm correct. See, that's also worked. Sorry. Okay, we have the 9.5, 8.5, 6.54, like that. We have now the grade points. Now what I have to do is our output should be like whatever. What is our output? Our output should be like this, and we have to sort it. So sort the it's under sort the now. If you sort a dictionary, it will sort the key. Now I have sorted already. My dictionary keys are my roll numbers. That's why I have created my dictionary key instead of name with roll number, because I knew that I have to sort it based on the roll number, because that's what you have there still that which is somewhere it was here no? Yeah, your output should be sorted by roll number. So if I do a dictionary of sorted dictionary, sorted, what is student scores, and too lazy to write. So it just sorted the roll numbers. Okay. So I'll say that okay. So I have to print you out. So for student in student scores, okay, what will you print? Print first print the this is not student, this is roll number, the roll. So now print roll number, comma, the name is which one? The name is the student scores, this roll 0 is this name. I just student scores roll is a list. The first one is the name, so we'll have a 0, and and what we need, last one, the grade point average. So grade point average is the last element, so -1. Okay, and we'll have a
Separate by
yeah
space.
separator will be this, because our separator should be this, so I just put the separator value. It worked, right? So it's based on the roll number and the based on the thing. Okay, so the last thing, code has worked. So the last thing I wanted to show, because I myself have faced problem. I think someone also has asked, like, if their code is working in the spider but not working in the compiler, because that compiler is a little tricky one. So if
Interpreter, you mean?
yeah, interpreter, sorry, the interpreter or compiler, whatever. Yeah, the interpreter is a little tricky. So what it takes, like, it takes the input in line by line. So if say this is my input, if this is my input, what the interpreter actually does, it will first take input courses, then it will again take input as this particular line. So it takes, you have to put like input line by line input. So if you just give the whole thing as input, it will show error. So you have to give line by line input, first this one, first this one. So like that you have to use. So I have already I tested and corrected this out. I found it out from the last year's. I was also having problem while I was submitting the assignment week 5. So I found it out from the last year's the solution actually. That, so what you have to now, what for this data, what I have particularly done is, uh, so my data is x equal to a input. In this input, okay, in this input you cannot write anything. keep it as a blank. Just don't write anything like say you put your input. If you put it like put your input, if you do like that, it will show error. Don't it will not work. So all just keep this, just nothing else, just input, and I'll say that okay, while data this, that means while data is not equal to 0 or not equal to none, then yeah okay, whatever okay, I have given, I'll have to give something else because I've used data here. So I'll just write inp input while inp is this, and I'll have created a empty list first, then data dot append. I'll remove the slash n here itself, so inp dot strip, and in that I'll just take the 0th element because I don't want to make a list of list. I just want to make a list because otherwise here it will give me a problem. And
It will
I'll
take character, no?
sorry,
String. I mean, what you are doing in this line?
this particular line.
15 lines.
Yeah, I have created a data. So what I had previously done. Previously I have created a list called data where we will have it should have the data, right? Yeah, data will have all the list of all the lines, right? Line by line list.
Yes.
Correct. So now f dot readlines will not work there because it doesn't take anything input from your system. Okay. So what I have done is like I have created an empty list data. I have appended the input, whatever input I have given, that input will have slash ln, that I have removed by rstrip, and that rstrip will give me now a list actually. If I do anything with rstrip, it will give me a list actually. Will it? Oh, just one second.
Strip means
Yeah, strip means it will not give me a
stripping.
list.
It will not give you a list,
It
I
will not
think.
give me a list, right? Yeah, sorry. No,
Yes.
this will not work.
That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, correct. This will not give me a list.
Split you have to use, no?
Split, yeah. Split if I do. Oh yeah, I had used split my phone. Sorry, yeah. I have now sorry, yeah. I had used a split in
Yes.
while I was doing. Correct. I had used split while I was doing. And I will again make the okay input is equal to again input. Now at when it will say that in the original interpreter, when the input is done, the input becomes none, so it will go out of this while loop automatically. So this is how you have to put your code on the compiler also, because again the compiler will take one line as your input. Somehow you have to make sure that you give that option that okay, compiler is pushing one line by one line. Okay, and if I here I cannot show you this one, because if I want to show you I have to write one line. Yeah, I have to give you one line by one line, so not able to show you, but I've done it's in the week 5 assignment, so it's working.
15 line is not correct, I think.
Why?
Split you have to use, not strip.
Why I'll need to use split.
So sorry. You have to get those. Yeah, okay. Fine.
You can use split, but then you have to again use, if you use split, then you have to use 0. You have to split based on slash n. Not required, right? That's one extra step. Okay, so this I can't show you because then I have to put one line by one line of this particular thing, big thing, one by one. So yeah, that's how it will work. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I hope things are clear. You have a similar assignment in the week 5 also. It's a little trickier than this one. This one was fairly simpler because its data is quite homogeneous. There the data was not that homogeneous. There are multiple layers of data and multiple layers of information. Then you have to sort it also at multiple layers. So it was a little tricky uh, than the this particular example, but I hope that this will help you. You have to do the similar thing only. You have to there also you have to use some split options to get the data out of there, get the proper information out of the that particular uh, table or line, whatever it is given. Okay, so it's just the same as whatever here I have done, but you have to just use some more mathematics to calculate, and the dictionary would be a little more uglier like that. Okay, so I hope this will help you to solve the last assignment.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, can you explain the week 4 assignment question 2?
week 4 assignment, is the week 4 assignment date is over, then only I can do.
Yes, sir. I just want to understand what was the question. I didn't.
Time complexity is high of mine. So can you tell me the code which is much simpler?
Okay,
The time complexity is much simpler. I mean,
okay,
Sir, could you please share that code to anyone?
this code, this I'll share. I have shared in the GitHub this code.
Okay, sir.
I have already. If you go to that particular place in the website, you'll see week 4. Now week 4 I'll upload in the GitHub and explain. I'll see today's too. It's too late already. It's like more than 1 hour. So next week, since there is
What's your
only
GitHub ID?
GitHub ID, I'll already put it's Shobhik Shom only, SAUBHIKSOM. But if you go to the that particular thing in the uh, uh, the NPTEL website, there only you will see, you will have access to the Google. Can someone send it in the chat, that sheet sheet link, so that he can access to the GitHub link. I have already uploaded there the GitHub link in that spreadsheet. Then check it from there itself. So I don't have it now here, frankly speaking.
Okay, sir.
Week 4 is week 2, that one up, right? Week 4 quiz 2 assignment 2. Hello.
yes, sir,
Okay.
what?
Week 4 assignment 2 is the one of assignment, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I frankly speaking, I have not yet solved it. Actually, last week I was fully down with viral fever. I couldn't solve anything last week. This, so yeah, I was fully down. I'll solve that one. That one I have still week 4 part 1. The number 1 already I have solved, but number 2 I have not yet solved. Yes. So I just got well yesterday, little bit. Still I'm having cough, but as fully that week I was down with viral fever. I'll next week I'll explain that quiz
Sir,
to.
I posted
Okay.
the question in the message if you want to see that.
I'll go through that. I'll know that one of wala
Just now I
question.
posted in the chat.
Fine. I'll one of wala question I remember. I also have not solved it. Also next week there is, I think, only there will be not many questions. There will be some just quiz. So because week 6 is just quiz, right? So we'll have some time. I'll explain that today. Okay.
Sir, can you please show the last line of the code?
This, yeah.
So,
Is it clear? I'm just using that separator tool here. Just I'm printing the student's roll number 0, scores, roll 1, and the separator. Because I have 3 elements here. I'm just separating with this. Okay.
so
Yes,
could you
sir. Thank you.
explain line 48?
Line 48. Yeah, that's what I explained here, right?
Yes, sir. You said it came 9. So 9 is equal to GP of grade. Oh, what does that actually mean?
GP of grade is coming from here. So if my grade is AB, The GP of AB is actually 9. So I am just converting the grade point to the number.
So if 9 is equal to, it will automatically find out that it's AB.
If it is AB, my grade point is already, my grade point is already given there. I have created already a dictionary where if my grade point is AB, the number is a 9. It's a dictionary, correct? Grade point is also a dictionary. So it's sorry. So grade point is also a dictionary, right? So it's like if it is a the key is A, the score is 10. If key is AB, the score is code is 9, like that. So if I call that GP of some student has got AB, so GP of AB is actually equal to 9, correct? Because ultimately to create the grade point average, I need to convert it to a number. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? No, just tell you it's clear. Make sure.
Like, I don't I don't understand, sir. Will it know that 9 is equal to AB? Like, will it give the value?
Yes. Because say if I just say GP of AB, what will you give? It will give me 9, right? If I say GP of C, now what was my last grade? What was the grade? Last grade, whatever someone has got, is AB. Okay, some last whenever I am doing it, my grade is AB. Now I am calling that, okay, GP of grade, that means GP of AB. So that students in that particular, what was that course? In that particular course, that was called as CAR. So in that particular course CAR, the student has got a grade AB, which I am getting from here. Now GP of that particular grade AB is 9, correct?
Yes, sir.
You understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just calling it from this particular dictionary where I'm defined that what grade point has what number.
Okay, sir.
Because it is already known. Whenever you give an exam, if you get a grade of A, that you whenever you convert it to a some list, list you will have that, okay, if my number grade point is A, that means I have got 9 in that grade. You will have something, the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a dictionary. You will have a dictionary behind the opposite page of your result, right? It's the same, that same thing. I'm seeing that opposite page of my result sheet and seeing that, okay, A is 10, so put 10 on his particular grade point. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I'll end the session here because already late. Thank you for
Thank you,
everyone
sir.
for joining. And week 4 quiz 2 I'll explain on the next class. Okay, thank you for joining.